Opinion disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed by Just Our Opinion podcast are those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of any of our sponsors. Any content provided by our guest or authors are of their opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, anyone, or anything.
Should've let you go. I should've let you just walk on by. Never even said hi. No, then we would never know just how hard it feels to open up hearts, to have to let them go. But we can't turn back now, 'cause we've come too far to not leave broken hearts. I guess something inside my soul just couldn't stand to let you walk away so easily. No. And maybe in time we can figure out just what these moments are all about. All we guaranteed is a little change. Oh, I don't want my heart to feel this way again. And I just need a little more time to make sure what we're doing is right. I just need a little more time to make sure that we're doing this right. Figure that I'd stop by just one more time and let you know what's really on my mind. Oh yeah, we both got a lot to say, but the words escape. It never seems to be an easy way. No. I hope and pray we at least get just one more dance. We deserve love a chance, 'cause we got enough to try. We just need a little more time. Make sure we get it right. Oh yeah. And maybe in time we can figure out just what these moments are all about. All we guaranteed is a little change. Oh, I don't want my heart to feel this way again. And I just need a little more time to make sure what we're doing is right. Oh, I just need a little more time, Lord, to make sure that we're doing this right. Just need a little more time to make sure, yeah, what we're doing is right. Oh, I just need a little more time, yeah, to make sure that we're doing this right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What's good?
Hello.
What's crack-a-lackin'?
What's going on,
poppin'?
people?
Welcome to the award-winning Just Our Opinion podcast with Robin,
Mike,
and Ty.
Man, listen, I'm sorry. I had to do it. I had to say it. We back. Look, thank y'all for your patience with us last week. We had a rough week. That's what happens when you shoot shows live. You know, we come live for y'all every week. But when you shoot a show live and you don't have a backup archive because you want to interact with your fans and things like that, when situations happen, unfortunately, you know, we don't have a backup.
Right.
But we going to continue to come live because that's how y'all like it and that's how we like to interact with y'all. So thank y'all for rolling with us last week. Tonight, we are talking about why get married.
Why?
And while we talking about why get married, we gonna dissect them relationships in that Tyler Perry movie. Why did I get married?
Yeah, that's
right.
Good.
And some of us are already on part 3. We all in 2.
So before we get started, y'all know what time it is. Hit it.
Pardon me and my tone. You can't step to my throne. They ain't working like me. I did this on my own. You asking where we been, huh? I don't know where to begin, huh? All this dirt on my skin. I just came here to win.
All right.
Yep.
All right. It's that Kevin Hart now.
So look, before we jump into that, I want to shout out the next event we got going on. Man, it's about to be a hot one. We got the what you do? What'd you do? What did you do?
You are fined $3,000.
I'm about to I know you better have a commercial ready for me.
Yeah, let's just talk about that right quick.
Okay, so what's going on?
So listen, we got the taste of beer, wine, and drinks.
Yeah, for sure.
Coming up on March 28th and 29th at Yum Village from 2 to 8. That event is going to be pure fire. Usually we do the taste of black spirits, right? Well, this time we're going to highlight beer, wines, and beverages.
Okay.
So we gonna put a spotlight on some different black-owned spirits. So I am very excited about that event.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's gonna be May 28th and 29th at Yum Village, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Yeah, let's run that spot.
Okay.
Get it. Yes, sir. That's that taste of beer, wine, and beverages on May 28th and 29th at Yum Village from 2 to 8. That's going to be a hot event. Y'all don't want to miss it. We're going to have a good time. We're going to party all weekend.
Absolutely.
I believe is that Memorial Day weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, even better. We ain't got to work. Yep. We ain't got to work Monday, so we get to indulge in some beer, wines, and beverages, and don't have to work that Monday. Absolutely. So that's even better. So listen, before we jump into this topic, y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what we do. We need that interaction. We need y'all sharing the page.
Yep.
We need y'all to stop what you're doing right now. Give us some hearts. Make sure y'all giving us hearts and interactions throughout the podcast. But right now, we need y'all to stop what you're doing. Like, follow, and share. Make sure you share it in all the groups you in. DJ, hit it.
Hit it. Hey, off the gate. I like that.
This another one from Off the Dome Records.
Truly off the dome.
Truly off the Dome Records.
Yo. Share that page. Come on.
Share that page.
Everybody.
Share that page. Come on. Share that page. Share that page. Come on. Share that page.
All the people over there just
share that page. Come on. Share that page.
Hey, they gotta share that page in the east and to share that page in the west. Gotta share that page up north, down south. Cause we the best. Share that page, everybody come on and tell somebody. We the hottest podcast in the city. Go and act giddy. Share that page.
Share that page. Come on, just share that page.
Oh.
Share that page. Come on, share that page.
Tell all your friends.
Share that page. Come on, share that page. Girl, tell your man. Share that page. Come on, share that page.
Tell Lisa.
Share that page.
Gon' share that page.
Tell Tanya. Share that page.
Who is Tanya?
Share that page.
Hey, Just tell somebody to tell somebody.
Tell somebody to tell somebody to share that page.
Just share it. That's how you do it.
So listen.
Wait. Before we start, I have to say happy birthday to my baby.
Happy birthday, Maya.
Happy birthday,
Happy
baby.
birthday to our
Happy
intern that
birthdays.
holds it down behind the computer,
Right.
doing all our interaction. She holds it down. So happy 20th birthday, Maya. We love you.
Yep.
2-0.
Daddy's baby. That's
That ain't
my
no baby
youngest
no more.
daughter.
That ain't no baby.
That ain't
She
no baby.
always be my
That ain't
baby.
no baby.
Whatever.
So listen, we talking about why get married.
Why?
And as we're talking about why get married, we're going to hop into that Tyler Perry movie, Why Did I Get Married? So we need y'all interacting on this one because we know you've seen the movie. We know y'all have had some things to say about Tricka and, Mike, and we got some stuff to talk about with this one. So we about to really dive into this whole why get married thing.
Right. So off rip, I mean, isn't that the end goal? Like, for most relationships, it's like, okay, we done went as far as we can with dating all these stages. So
I mean, yeah, it's the end goal for some. I mean, because some people want to get married, some people do not. But I don't even think we should look at it as an end goal. Actually, it's the beginning of your relationship together, not the end.
Man, I don't know where rock you living under. Ain't nobody just jump. This ain't back.
No,
in the
I'm
day.
saying even when you date and then you get married, you shouldn't look at it as that's the final thing. That's really when the journey starts.
Well, when we
you
say
actually are married.
when we say marriage is the end game, it means like it's the reason for this dating thing, right?
Right.
Like at the end of the day,
Right.
I'm not sitting up just being your boo because it's something
fun.
fun to do.
Right.
Like
I'm dating with a purpose,
I'm dating
basically.
with a purpose.
Yeah.
I'm an adult.
Right,
I'm not.
right.
I'm not. 20, 25 years old anymore. I'm
Right.
dating with a purpose. So the end game to dating is to get married.
Yeah,
but
for
why?
some.
But why?
Because women want to be married.
No, it's got to be more than that.
I think it's for us guys. I think it's pretty much you tired of just being out. You don't have nobody to build with. It's like you out here, you still doing X, Y, and Z, playing the field, playing the game, and that get bold. I mean, it's fun in the beginning, but then it get old. Like I feel like that just get old. You like, man, it's time.
I
for me
mean,
to settle
I don't
down.
know. I think it's different for guys. I agree with you, Mike. That's why we find our dream girl. That's why we settle down with a chick. But I don't think that's why we actually walk down the aisle and propose and stuff like that.
Okay, so you're breaking up marriage and a wedding because it's not we're talking about why get married, not just why have a wedding because we talked about that.
Yeah.
Why get married, and these are for the people that's literally getting married, not just because they want to have a fairy tale day and be in a pretty dress.
Right.
Why get married? Because at the end of the day, marriage is it's supposed to be a lifelong commitment that you're
Right.
consciously going into. So the question is, why go into said lifelong commitment? What is the reasoning? And I know for me, one of the reasons why I got married, especially the second time, is I was just tired. I was just burnt out. The whole game had just burnt me out.
Right.
And I lived enough for 10 of me. Like I lived enough. I lived the life that most girls aspire to. Okay.
Right.
I did some things. I had my fun, and I was just tired.
Right.
Like
It get old quick.
I started not even recognizing myself in the mirror. You
Right,
know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
Like this stuff they talking about, these hot girl summers.
Right.
Boo boo, your hot girl summer ain't had nothing on me. You couldn't even imagine. Your imagination wouldn't take you to my hot girl summers.
Right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying?
I mean, it get old. And I mean, it gets to the point where it's just like, hey, for one, it's God's design. I mean, let's be honest.
okay. Yep.
So let's just knock that right on off.
We might as well skip over the God design part
But
because
that's
we
what it
done
is.
fornicated from the time we got together to the time we walked out.
That don't mean I got to continue to live in sin.
Well, you already in it.
Listen. Every day is a new mercy.
Right.
You
I
done
can say
sinned every night.
every day is a new mercy. I can say, God, forgive me, and then go walk my butt down
Right,
that aisle and
right.
actually be living right.
Yeah.
So don't come for me. Like, don't
So
tell me
we-
what my Jesus forgiven.
Right. So let's knock
I
that
didn't
off.
say God didn't forgive because, yeah, he going to forgive you, but So let's not act like we walking down the aisle because this is in God's design.
Well, wait a minute. It is though, and I am, because at the end of the day, regardless of how many,
said you walked down the aisle because you was tired.
Because I was trying to get right. Like, I was trying to get. Wait a minute though.
Don't change it up now.
Wait a minute though. With me being tired, I was tired of not living right. I was tired of dudes knocking on my door all times of the night and stalking me and crying.
Tired of that.
You know what I'm saying? I was tired of having to watch my car in the mornings. You know, it was a lot of things I was tired of. I was tired of heifers calling me because I done slept with their husband. I was tired. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do no more. I know he love you, but I love him phone calls. Like, you don't understand. See, y'all. It's so funny because y'all think a lot of these women be out here like, oh, she sleep with my man, I'm running up on her. And that's not the truth. Do you know how many chicks I've had call me on the phone and be like, but he loved me, and I know he loved you, but he loved me too.
Yeah, that's why women made that stupid song.
What stupid song?
You're mine. I know you had them once, but I got them all the time.
But they actually make them phone calls. Like, I have had so many of them phone calls in my lifespan. Like, I got tired of that.
Okay.
I want to be able to answer my call when it's a block number and not have to be like, is this Linda, Felicia,
I don't know if
Don, LaShawn?
Come
like,
out
which
of a
one
bag
is
on
it?
me, Brenda.
Right.
Or Barbara.
Whether you're gonna be cool or come out of a bag on me. You know, I was tired of having to deal with that. That was exhausting.
Man, I hear you.
That's what's up.
Damn.
So, I mean, okay, so what
We're talking about why men get married.
No, we're talking about why I get married, period.
I know, but that's when Michael and I left off. Why do us men get married? And I know some of us guys could aspire to be married one day. But for the majority of guys, not saying that we don't want to get married, that's just not something we sit and dream about our wedding and getting married. We sit and dream about our dream girl, finding our dream girl, but not necessarily our dream marriage or wedding.
So when you thinking about your dream girl, you ain't thinking like, okay, if I find the girl of my dreams, I'm gonna marry her.
Yeah, but the reasons why we say we gonna marry her is, I think a lot of it is we're so possessive. And
y'all don't want to share.
Yeah, we want it to
I'm
be
marry
mine.
her. I'm gonna marry her, so she
own.
not. So there's a less likelihood of her giving this to somebody.
Right,
other
this
than
is
me.
mine. We so possessive or something like that. So that's why we like, yeah, let me go ahead and do this, so I can lock it down.
And so speaking of possessive,
I was just thinking that.
Speaking of possessive, we said that we were gonna deep dive into the relationships in the movie Why Did I Get Married?
Who's first
And that's
up?
one of the things that I want to say about the Mike character.
Okay.
So if you don't remember the movie, you had Mike and he was married to Sheila, and Sheila was a big girl, and you know, she felt like her being a big girl was the reason why her husband wasn't sugar honey iced tea. But the Mike character, like, just going past, you know, the outside hurt that he caused her and the mental hurt that he caused her, Mike was very possessive. And if you think about it in the movie, not only could Mike, his side chick couldn't be with nobody, but then when the dude was complimenting his wife, he had an attitude about that too.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean,
and you got your whole side chick sitting in this kitchen,
Right.
and you mad at both of them talking about this dude.
Talking to the dude.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike or the character Mike or whatever, like off rip, he just, like you said, he was just this, he thought he could just do whatever he wanted to do because he felt like Sheila ain't going nowhere.
Right.
I could do whatever I want to do, how I want to do it, like I want to do it, talk to her any kind of way, mistreat her. She ain't going nowhere. Don't nobody else want her, so.
Yeah, but I think I got to be devil's advocate for our homie Mike. So I think Mike was the way he was because he was fed up. He's been talking to Sheila for months, maybe years, about losing weight.
Sheila did not just get fat. I refuse to believe. Right. No, when I say that, I can promise you Sheila was big in college. Sheila does not look like the type of chick that was a size 2 in college, dude.
Sheila was, before they got together, this is how I see their relationship. Before they got together and married and everything, Sheila, maybe she wasn't super slim, but I don't think she was the weight that she was. Because the very first thing Mike said to her on the plane, I've been asking you for months to lose that weight.
Well, here's my problem, though.
And so Mike was fed up with Sheila, fed up with asking her to be healthy, lose the weight, to look like you did, somewhat like you did when we first got together.
So does that give Mike a pass to treat Sheila like he did? Because here's my thing.
It doesn't give him a pass, but he was just at his breaking point.
And that's fine. Everybody can have a breaking point. Right. That's fine. But you get to your breaking point, you leave. You don't mentally abuse. You don't degrade. Yes. You don't disrespect. Right. You don't, you know what I'm saying, cause mental anguish to somebody. That is not how you handle being at your breaking point.
Yes. And then he got to the point where he was so disrespectful.
His disrespect.
Because he was already gone.
He brought his sad chick.
Dude was scandalous,
on a vacation with them and all their friends. That's bold.
But okay,
that's bold.
Me being Mike's advocate. So
no,
he did. I'm being devil's advocate. He didn't bring his side chick. His wife invited his side chick.
He did. I remember.
Okay. That is
but
true.
That was a plus for him. That worked in his favor.
At the end of the day, your wife come to you and be like, I'm going to invite Sheila. You supposed to, wait a minute, you mean to tell me you going to invite Sheila around your girls and my boys? Even if I'm knocking Trina off, I'm sitting there aborting missioning on my wife. You know what I'm saying?
But like
because you're not gonna tell me that I didn't know that Angela was a loose cannon.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And that's why I say, because if you think, that's why being devil's advocate again, where I say Mike was at his breaking point and he just didn't give a damn no more. And this is another way you know he's been asking Sheila to lose the weight or something like that. Mm-hmm. The moment Sheila is not with him, and this is unfortunately, this is what happens a lot in relationships. When they break up, she get with new dude and lose the weight and get her sexy back.
The reason
why can't you do that for me when I asked you?
Let me tell you what the approach was. Let me tell you what was different about the approach. Mike criticized Sheila and tried to shame her into losing weight.
Yes.
My man Troy said, if you ain't happy with your weight, do something about it. And I help you. That's the difference.
But we don't know, and I can bet you at the beginning,
Mike did not say let's go to the gym together.
I bet you he was.
No, yes he was, because you're okay. All right, we gonna jump to the second movie where he went to trying to reminisce with her and went to talking about.
Well, we ain't at the second movie.
Wait a minute,
we gotta stick to this one. Stick to this one. Mike, we ain't at two yet.
Mike we still on in this one
and the next one.
Okay,
because he went to trying to give her an example about, you remember that color of that wall, and you remember the floor, and you remember that bathroom, and she said, yeah, because I bled on it.
Okay, so let me
take it back to keeping it with one. So if we take it back to relationships these days, a lot of times we're in relationships today, and we start off having those conversations with our boos, our significant others, easily telling them what is it we don't like about them today and what we want them to work on. Whether that's weight, attitude, make more money, whatever the case may be. And then you get to a point where you done talked about it so much, you just fed up and you at your breaking point. Not saying that Mike was right for cheating, but
Mike
break up,
you just leave.
Then when they break up is when she want to go about fixing those very things that you should have fixed.
But she just told you why. But she told you why.
Mike broke her down though. Like we're not just talking about. We're not just talking about fed up.
Right.
Like it's one thing to be fed up. It's a whole nother thing to degrade somebody, to belittle, to disrespect.
Yeah, that was that.
That's not fed up.
I don't agree with him doing that.
Let me show
but
you
I'm
2
saying,
points.
what if she would have fixed that issue before he got to the fed up point?
Her being fat was not Mike's. That was not Mike's issue.
Yes, it was.
No,
that was the very first thing he said in the beginning.
Let me show you how it's not. Like he lost a lot of respect for her. Anytime a man can see a woman getting on if my wife would have got thrown off the plane because of quote unquote her weight, I'm off the plane with her. I'm not about to let you drive nowhere by yourself.
Y'all missing it. Forget off the plane with her. There was already 3 tickets. And if they were saying that she needed to buy a separate ticket, then Trina stays her behind home.
Right.
You switch seats with me, and I sit in the 2 seats that we got back here.
Absolutely. We're talking about if in the ideal situation, if Mike wasn't fed up. Right. So we're talking about, we're at the situation now where Mike's fed up. Everything he's saying about Trina is weight.
Sheila.
Yeah.
That he told her to lose weight in the first place. Yes, she did, rented a car. I should have made her walk. She would have walked off some of that weight. It was everything. It's disrespectful. It is. I'm just playing devil's advocate. But even so, let's move on to Tyler Perry. What's Tyler Perry character?
Terry and Diane.
Terry and Diane. So does Terry get a free pass to cheat?
Why would Terry get a free pass to cheat?
Because Diane withheld sex from him for 3 months. Nothing wrong with her at all.
I don't think that gives you a free pass to cheat. And I think this is one of the, again, bigger problems in marriages. There's no such thing as give you a free pass to cheat. If you have reached your point of I've had enough of this, then you leave. There's no free pass to cheat.
Okay.
There's nothing that gives you a pass to be like, well, you did this, so I'm going to do that. Tit for tat don't work in no adult relationship.
It don't work.
I'm a witness.
It doesn't work.
I'm a witness.
So he should have just left her outright.
He should have left her. He should have. If you are not satisfied and she's not willing to do what it takes to satisfy you, then.
Well, here's the thing. I think the deeper part of from what I see.
He loved her.
He did, but
and he wanted his wife.
Right.
But she wanted her career was more important than their union and their marriage. Like
So she
didn't want no more kids. He wanted more kids. He had the idea of this family, and they both, they well off. So it wasn't about a money thing. She just didn't want to stop her life and what she had going on career wise to take time to be pregnant and have a kid and this, that, and the other because she's so focused on her career to the point where if we on vacation,
you can't stop and not take a call.
We on vacation. So I wasn't mad at him when he was like, yeah, I told her not to call.
Right. So listen to that. So this is a lot of relationships. That wife made a conscious decision of not sleeping with her husband, but getting all the benefits that she wanted from him without even considering just being with him. She wasn't even spending time with him whatsoever, let alone not sleeping with him, but using him for all his benefits.
Well, to Robin's point, if he was fed up with that,
then go. But because let's be clear, it wasn't just him that she was mistreating in this situation. It was the daughter. He told her, you're doing these drive-by time spending with our daughter.
Mommy.
Yeah, because her career was more important.
She was full-blown career more
important. So let me ask y'all, is that something wrong? Is it something wrong with that?
But typically it's the other way around. It's the guys that put their career before their family. But even if you're doing that, man or woman, that's wrong.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I'm glad you said that because it is a lot of that that kind of goes on.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah,
that's wrong. At the end of the day, I am one of the most driven people you'll ever meet. Like, period. But my husband and my kids come first, no matter what. Like, I'm sorry, I will drown a drop of water about my family. So I'm not about to sit up and lose them and chasing a career. What does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul?
Preach.
But I mean, unfortunately, we have a lot of that in relationships today.
Yeah, sometimes
where people care more about their careers than their family. They stop dating each other,
right? Because they value
put sex on the schedule.
They value what the money. Like he told her, I shouldn't have to make an appointment to be with my wife.
Right.
Like, I gotta get my Palm Pilot out or whatever
to see what day is available.
Right. Nah, like yes, there's chasing the bag and the money and financially taking those, risks and steps to move forward to make your family better.
Right.
But don't forget the most key point in that is spending time. You can't buy that.
Absolutely.
So what does our fam say, Robin?
All right, so we got a comment from Nia, and the comment says, "No, Terry don't get a pass.
Terry,
he don't get to cheat on his wife because he ain't got none for 3 months."
No.
We got a comment from Jackie.
Somebody said he had the constitutional right, but I ain't gonna say who said that.
Yeah,
Team Mike over there.
Yeah, we know who said it. We got a comment from Jackie, and it says, "If my guy don't give me some in 3 months, then we're gonna have that hard talk. It's something else to that." And as a woman,
to it, she was just being selfish.
Well, as a woman, it's different if y'all don't give us none for 3 months.
Why?
The reason it's different if y'all don't give us none for 3 months is because automatically y'all cheating. Period. Y'all are cheating.
Backwards
because ain't no man going 3 months. And I'm trying to give it to you because you got to remember, if the roles was reversed, Terry was trying with everything every night. Like he was like, you argue with me so you don't have to have sex with me.
Right.
So he was trying regularly. So let's put that as a woman. Let's say I'm Terriana.
Right.
And
Terriana, hashtag Terriana.
And I'm consciously every day trying to have sex with my husband. Every day I'm trying to have sex with, what was her name? Diane. So Dwayne. So Terriana is trying to have sex with Dwayne every day.
Right.
And Dwayne found a reason to not have sex with Terriana every day. As a man with Dwayne being a man, Dwayne cheating.
Or he needed a shot Terry.
But let me tell you, let me tell you, us women or them women. I'm gonna say them women because I'm not gonna say us women because I got a sex drive like any dude. But most women can go without. It's just not that big of a deal. But men, on the other hand, y'all are sexual creatures.
Right.
So if you not giving me none for 3 months, you cheating. If I'm not giving you none for 3 months, it could be a reason.
Then you a selfish bastard.
I agree.
But I agree with you too. Yeah, if I ain't giving you none for 3 months, there's something going on that's not right. It may not be cheating. I may have caught something or. It gotta be something that's just wrong to the relationship.
So we got a comment from Vaughn, and he said, "Not true. A man who can't give it to you and might be ashamed of it."
Okay, yeah, it can be medical.
Like he can't get it up.
Yeah.
Then you better talk to me. You better tell me something, because what you better not do is to just not do nothing. Jesus, nothing.
You cut off.
Because at the end of the day, you better be diving in the pool or something.
Listen, maybe I'm like, you know what? Fix your attitude, because you ain't getting no more. Till you fix your attitude.
Right.
I'm cheating on you.
So women get a pass, but we don't get a pass.
Look, that's how they do us.
Right.
You ain't finished.
Okay, so we got a comment from Angel, and it says, "Do y'all think Terry was wrong for taking a DNA test on their daughter?"
Oh, now see, that's a good point. Hold on, wait. Now he did say, I watched.
We had only have sex once,
right?
And you got pregnant.
I watched your patterns. Like you changed up your undies. You changed.
No, that was the second movie.
Oh, was it?
That was the second movie.
Okay.
Okay, my bad.
No. But what he said to her was, when you got pregnant, we had only had sex once. Yeah. Like, so she had already not been giving him none. He finally get it out of her once, and she come up pregnant. I done DNA tested.
So no, he wasn't wrong.
I don't think he was wrong. No. I think he was wrong for getting
Great
caught.
Question. Great question.
I think he was wrong for getting caught. Mike was wrong for snitching on him. But I done DNA tested baby Juju too.
Right.
Yeah, that's for sure.
At the end of the day. So wait a minute. I've been tiptoeing around this one. So I'm gonna go to one more couple before I dive into the couple I really want to talk about. Perfect Patty and Gavin.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well,
Patricia
let's talk about.
And so we got Perfect Patty and Gavin, and they over there on some straight up struggle bus. I want to know how you gonna get past the camera.
Right. Might as well just go on over. But let's talk about who Perfect Patty is today. Perfect Patty today is the relationship goals couple. that people always talking about our relationship goes.
That it
when
looked
you
pretty
see
on the
them.
outside. It looked pretty on the outside, and they falling apart on the inside.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that because their dynamic was even more interesting because they was running around playing this happy couple every day. You know what I'm saying? They were running around every day acting like they were just absolutely perfect.
But they was going through a struggle.
And they were struggling. And they struggle, to be quite honest with you, I feel like they struggle was kind of bigger than all the other couples. And the reason I think their struggle was bigger than the other couples is because their struggle was
dealing with death.
And death. And, you know what I'm saying?
Guilt.
Something that's not easy to overcome.
Right. The guilt. He was dealing with the hurt of the death of their child. She was dealing with the hurt and guilt of the death of her child because she blamed herself.
And they weren't taught. They hadn't talked about it.
Right.
They hadn't dealt with it.
Well, she refused.
Okay.
She refused to talk about it.
Well, I mean, I think even if he understood that she wasn't she wasn't ready to have that conversation, and instead of him waiting and patiently waiting for her to be ready, he go and talk to the homies like nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that is so dangerous from how he said it. If I would have came to you, I'd have been like, you know what, I really want to talk to her about it. She don't want to talk to her about it.
He straight up said, how could she be so stupid?
Like that.
He blamed her.
Yeah.
And it was one of the parts where they were arguing and she was like, I didn't know you blamed me. And he's like, well, I blamed everybody. But what I need people to understand, and if I can't get no other point across tonight, it's this one. Please be careful what you say to people in anger.
Yep.
Because it's some things that you can say in a relationship that you can't recover from. And even if we jump to the second movie, I believe that's why they ended up divorced. Because there was no recovering from her feeling like he blamed her. Mm-hmm. Because that's a heavy weight to bear. I already blame me.
Right. Yeah.
But no, I already blame me.
Right.
I'm already hurting. I already blame me. So to find out that you also blame me, there's no apologies. You can't tell me, oh, that's just how I felt at the moment. That is a scar that does not mend.
I feel like,
I mean, if you think about relationships in general, when it comes to the loss of a child, it's our only child. I don't know if that relationship can last anyway. Because
from an accident?
I think that's going to be loss of a child is something. I mean, if only child too.
But if it was
an
accident,
young child,
if it was an accident, then there should be a point of being able to talk.
Sometimes people can't even whether it's an accident or not, they can't be with their spouse because their spouse constantly remind them of the lost child.
I actually know a couple. That lost their child, and they stayed together, and they have another baby now, and he's a big boy now, and cute as a button. So shout out to that. But I don't necessarily believe that just because you lose a child, it dooms your marriage to fail. Now, their dynamic was different. They didn't just lose a child. They lost a child to an accident, and an accident that at the end of the day was her fault. She was behind the wheel of the car, and she didn't strap the baby
That's
in.
a strong relationship, because I think a lot of the times that can break a relationship. You think about all of the small things that can break a relationship.
Oh, no, I know for sure.
I mean, you leaving me because I cheated?
I mean, it's definitely nothing to sneeze at, but
right. So we got a comment from Jackie, and it says it either makes you stronger or it breaks you totally apart. There is no back to normal.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, hopefully it'll make people stronger. Because that's out of somebody's control to a certain degree.
Right.
Now, there's the part that you feel guilty, but even if, let's say, she remembered to strap him in and they had the same car accident, this, that, and the other, and the baby ended up hurt, now what?
You know what? I want to let that one go. Because that's we didn't put the trigger warning out. Now I want to have no issues.
Okay.
But you know what? It's another relationship I want to touch on before I go into the nitty gritty.
My favorite? Is this my favorite?
I want to ask I want to pose the question: should Sheila had married Troy? And let me explain why I.
Which one is Sheila?
Big girl, Mike's ex-wife. she married the police officer dude.
Absolutely yes.
No. Let me explain to you why I posed.
Devil advocate.
Let me explain to you why I posed this question.
Okay.
The reason I posed the question, should Sheila had married Troy, is because wasn't Troy a rebound?
True.
Everybody technically is a rebound.
No. Troy was a trauma rebound. I have been in a traumatic relationship for the last 10 years. I've been beat. I've been hurt. I've been disrespected. I've been demeaned. She even said it herself. Like, I don't want to end up in what Oprah and Dr. Phil called the hero complex. And at the end of the day, that was what their relationship was built on, the hero complex.
I mean, but
they literally were two broken people healing each other. He was broken from the loss of his father. You remember he talked about that when he lost his dad. Right. He was broken from the loss of his father. She was broken for the loss of this marriage. And, you know, Super Saver coming in and giving her some attention that she ain't had in 10 years. So you got two broken people that are now together.
I was a supporter of that whole relationship just to stun on Mike. that would have just done it for me. Stun on him so hard because he did. He's like, bro, you gave it up. You
Here we
let
go.
that good woman
Fumbled the ball.
You fumbled it. I picked her up and
Here's
now
me again being devil advocate for Mike. See, this is what I don't like about these movies, and they give people unrealistic expectation, especially with women, where it says to women, you don't have to be accountable for anything you do whatsoever.
How so?
So here we go. So Mike messed over his wife. She didn't lose the weight that he wanted her to lose. He messed over her. And without her fixing herself, her issue that she had with Mike, or losing any weight, she was able to find the dude of her dreams that's going to accept her how she is no matter what.
Well, at the end of the day, what's wrong with somebody expecting you? Just because big, that's not an unrealistic expectation. That's saying just because big girls wasn't Mike flavor don't mean big girls wasn't Troy flavor.
No. Here's my thing about the unrealistic expectations. You can't expect that you're going to find the person of your dreams that's going to accept all your garbage without working on yourself. Whatever your garbage is, whether it's weight, attitude problem, whatever your issue was that caused an issue in your first marriage, you telling me I don't have to work on my issue. But wait a minute,
your first argument was that the issue in their first marriage was her weight. Well, obviously Troy don't have an issue with said weight.
So that
voids out your argument.
Not really, because the moment they got together and then they met up afterwards, now she in shape.
We explained that to you, Ty.
But my problem is you can get in shape for husband number 2, but you can't for husband number 1.
Because
husband number 1
was husband number one issue.
Husband number 1, first of all, didn't even deserve a mile on the treadmill.
By the time they went on that trip, he didn't deserve nothing.
So let me
he didn't start off Mike being an asshole.
Yes, he did. Mike had been a bad husband all the way through.
Let me break it down. Let me point it out to you like this.
Mike had been a bad husband
before he got fed up.
Let me put it like this. Okay, you go work, you work hard, and you plan vacations, and you do X, Y, and Z for the wife number 1. Let's just say wife number. You spoiling her, you doing this, that, and the other, and she's ungrateful. Ain't nothing you do, she just unhappy with it. She's always complaining. You booking this, you doing this, you doing everything. You spoiling her. That's gonna get on your nerves. You be like, I'm doing everything else.
Right.
Then you get with another woman, wife number 2, and you do half of the stuff that you did for wife number 1, and she just so appreciates she appreciates you. She show you that she appreciates you, this, that, and the other. What's wrong with that?
Here's my
just
thing.
Because she decided to lose weight for dude number 2, but he motivated that woman to say,
"But I'm going to help you." We're assuming Mike has been an a-hole from the moment they got married to now. What I'm saying is that Mike is still up. Okay. What I'm saying is, at some point, Mike was a good guy.
Okay, at some point.
Because
they wouldn't have got married. Okay.
And yes, while he was a good guy, because they never would have got married,
he
was talking to her about her weight. Now, in that good guy moment, why couldn't she lose the weight for that good guy
because
husband?
Because she didn't lose the weight for Troy. Right. That's the part you're missing. Yeah. You acting like she got in shape to get Troy.
I didn't say she didn't lose it for Troy. I'm saying if you could set in yourself whether you lose it for yourself or whoever. What I'm saying is, why couldn't you work on your issue when you were with your good guy?
She wasn't motivated.
Because her fat wasn't
she
her
was
problem.
Being selfish.
No, her fat was not her problem. It was Mike's problem.
Right.
That's the part you're
missing. It had
listening.
to be her problem if she ended up losing it later.
The reason she ended up losing it later was not because she thought her being fat was her problem. The reason she ended up losing it later was because she was with a dude that was like, hey, I go to the gym. If you want to go to the gym, let's go to the gym.
Right.
Come go to the gym with me.
He made it not a necessity or
this ain't I can't be with you unless you lose this weight. No, he wanted her, and if you lose the weight,
he wanted her to be healthy.
No, he didn't. He said, he literally looked at her and said, if you unhappy, then change it. Because I don't care.
Okay. So, but
he was in love with fat Sheila. Mike wanted Sheila skinny.
My point is, at some point,
I see what you're saying. Right?
Well, we're having a
but it don't make it right.
I'm whether the issue is fat or attitude problem or whatever the problem. I'm being good husband. I come to my wife and say, baby, your attitude is blah, blah, blah. We need to work on it. It's really driving me away. I can help you with it. And you're ignoring what I say. You keep ignoring it all the way to a point where I'm just like done.
So then you be done and you walk away.
Yeah, I'm saying he was wrong for cheating.
Oh yeah,
but I'm saying she was wrong for ignoring his request all those years, and finally when she decided to leave him is when she decided to work on that request.
Let's stop acting like she decided to leave him.
Mike showed his
behind, cheated with her friend, emptied out her bank account, told her he wanted a divorce, and you can have a car, and I'm gonna give you the little income property. It's a bad neighborhood. I'm gonna put some bars on it. Don't think you ain't got to thank me or nothing. He was just everything about it was like he was just a complete
Mike was
a-hole.
wrong. He was an a-hole by the time the movie came out. But I'm saying before.
We didn't get it.
I'm talking about relationships.
That's right. Because when we talk about part 2, I'm gonna discredit every argument he got because Mike actually was an a-hole from the beginning.
Then she was wrong.
How?
If you know this man is an a-hole and you still marry him, that's on you, boo-boo. Whatever you get out of it, that's on you.
Okay.
So she's still wrong.
So she should have left.
She shouldn't have married him in the first place if he was an a-hole. What you think he gonna fix the a-holeness?
Wait a minute.
No.
So let me.
And unfortunately, that happens a lot today. A chick will get with a guy.
True.
They be boyfriend and girlfriend for 15 years.
He gonna be different.
He cheated on her 76 times.
He gonna be different.
But that final time, she about to leave for real, and he pull out that do not leave me, get out of jail card and be like, will you marry me? Mm-hmm. And she like, oh yes, thinking he gonna change. They get married. He cheat 78 through 96 times. And now she fed up because she thought he was changed. No, boo-boo, you wrong. You knew what you was getting when you walked down that aisle. So suck it up, take it, be married, and be happy with being cheated on.
So listen,
Tina, or whatever her name was wrong because she married an a-hole.
We just got hit with our 10-minute warning. So wait a minute, I gotta talk about.
We got to.
Listen, I can't go no further without discussing Angela and Marcus. I can't go. Wait,
we forgot about that.
Before I talk about Angela and Marcus, I have to play devil's advocate with Angela for me. And this ain't got nothing to do with the way Angela treats Marcus.
Okay.
The devil's advocate that I have for Angela is the fact that she was put off in this movie as the bad friend, the bad guy. Mm-hmm. When the truth of the matter is, Angela was the only good friend in the whole room.
I would agree with that.
Angela was
friendship wise,
yeah, Angela was the only good friend in the whole room.
Yeah,
you got a group
she
of
was
girls.
Down for the girls.
You got a group of girls of 4.
Right.
One of them husband cheating. All y'all know her husband cheating, and y'all over there like, she ain't ready, girl. Don't tell her, girl. Angela like, are y'all? The old girl, he show up with old girl. They like, he like, it's okay, he can stay. And they like, I mean, yeah, I guess. Angela like, no, this can't stay.
Right.
What is wrong?
Right.
Like,
See where you are.
Angela was the best friend.
Yep.
In the whole show. And I dislike the fact that the whole movie portrayed Angela as this hothead, you know what I'm saying?
Well, she was hot-headed.
I mean, granted, but Angela was
She used the hotheadness for good and evil.
Her part of her hothead was used for good. Yeah. We got a comment from Nia, and her comment says she was the GOAT friend, period. Yeah. And I totally agree because Angela was ready to ride for her girls. Right. Angela was not gonna let her girl out here looking stupid. Yeah. And literally the whole time when the table scene happened, they like, Angela, you need to stop, and she was like, no, I'm tired of this.
Right.
She literally said, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of, and basically what that meant was, I'm tired of you heifers running around like y'all don't see this. I'm tired of this chick over here running around like she gonna fix her marriage. I'm tired of this ninja running around here being blatantly disrespectful and think ain't nobody gonna say nothing.
Right. Mm-hmm. But it's hard for her. And I agree with you, everything that you said about her and the friendship. But it's hard to accept a lot of the stuff that she did based on the fact that it's a lot of stuff she had going on the way she talked to Marcus. And I think it was because she wanted him to man up. Like, here's a dude that's got baby mama over here, you the wife. She ain't respecting y'all. Y'all both disrespectful. I'm stuck in between. I'm stuck in the middle. I need everybody to get along because these kids ain't asked to be here. But for her initial way she talked to him and how she treat him, like, yeah, you making all the money and kid.
Oh no, Angela was disrespectful.
Yeah,
Angela was
her husband.
Listen, if that would have turned into a domestic violence movie and Marcus would have slapped her in her mouth, I wouldn't have blinked.
So let's look at it,
cause she gave him the money.
And I am not an advocate of domestic violence. Y'all don't get in our inbox.
Right. Gave him the money. Go start the barbershop. I think he was a barber or something.
No. And that's where Angela was dead dang wrong. Because Marcus played pro ball and got hurt.
Yeah.
Marcus playing pro ball is what paid for the shop that Angela owned and the hair product line that she started.
Right.
But then the moment Marcus gets hurt and can't play pro ball anymore, and now he's, helping her with the dream that he started for her. Mm-hmm. Now she's being disrespectful.
Right. She's assumed a role.
Now she's better than him. She's talking to him any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? When at the end of the day, if it wasn't for my pro ball money, if it wasn't for me investing in you and your dream, you wouldn't be nowhere.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Angela and Troy was the same person. They're just female and male version. They both, or whoever.
Mike.
Mike. Angela and Troy is Angela and Mike, same person.
To a degree. I kind of see where you're coming from.
They the exact same.
Let me hear what you got to say.
Angela was an a-hole to her husband.
Okay.
Mike was an a-hole to his wife.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Angela got fed up with the baby mama issue, cheated. Mike got fed up with the weight, cheated.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the only difference between them two, Mike was
a bad friend. Mike was a bad friend, though.
And
Mike broke code.
Mike brought his side chick to the party. Angela gave her side dude to her husband.
But if we're gonna say that Angela and Mike are the same people, she's still a better person than him. No, let me tell you why. No, I'm not.
She's the exact same as him.
Stop. Let me talk. I'm not talking about her being a better person than him relationship wise. I'm talking about Mike was a bad person as a husband and as a friend. At the very least, Angela was a crappy wife, but she was the truth as a friend.
She could probably point for a friend.
Mike doggone gets to the table, and Angela done spent the last 3 days ready to fight for her girl, ready to go to the streets, ready to tear this whole house up for her girl. Mike, on the other hand, gets to the table and tell everybody.
Yeah,
secret.
Mike would have had to get
Because
booked.
Angela ratted out him too.
Yeah, but just because I say something to you don't mean that you so I say something to Mike, and then Mike get mad at what I directly said to him.
That's
and he
Mike's girl.
He mess up DJ
No.
house, he mess up Angel's house, he mess up your house,
Mike-
and then swing back around
Mike
the mag.
first.
What did all y'all have to do?
Because this what
Casualties of
Mike
war.
said. Because here's just like them women set aside and let that other chick come in the house knowing she was cheating on their friend with another friend. Them men set aside when he sat there, first told the guy, whatever his name is, get your wife. You know, he said, get your wife. Then he told everybody else, y'all need to stop her. Get your woman. Everybody sitting there, mom's the word, ain't doing nothing while she running off at the lips, just like all her girls said mom's the word.
He never did tell them to stop.
Yes,
Angela.
he did.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he
told-
did.
No, he did
He
not.
We
told
have to
the
look at the
husband
clip.
first. I just ended up watching. He told the husband first, get your wife, and he told all of them.
No, everybody else told Angela to stop.
But he did say- he said-
it wasn't Mike. Everybody else told Angela to stop because you got to. Patty was like, "This is getting dangerous."
Yeah.
Old boy was like,
Gavin.
Marcus. He was like, maybe you need to stop drinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, maybe I need to drink some more.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
but either way it goes.
But Mike, it ain't like Mike was like, okay, Angela, you better stop. He never
he
did
did say that to Angela.
Yeah.
He told,
He
told Marcus and
But you
Angela.
can't tell a woman you can't tell.
He told her husband, and her husband sat there and didn't do
point,
nothing.
But my point is, why are you dragging all of us?
Yeah, that was.
Because none of the girls did nothing either. Nobody did nothing, just like nobody did nothing when it came to letting that other woman come stay in this house.
First of all,
nobody did nothing.
Let me say something to my girls right now. Let my husband walk up somewhere with another chick talking about some, oh, she gonna stay with us, and all y'all, I don't have to bail all y'all out by the time I get up that mountain. The way that movie was really supposed to go was by the time Sheila got there, her girls was already locked in cells, and she
Right.
pulled up and was like, "What y'all doing here?"
Right.
Let me tell you what happened. I'm glad you here. Right. Let me tell you what happened, because you gotta remember when Sheila got there, she stopped at the police station.
But Sheila couldn't pull that.
She was supposed to get there, and all her girls was supposed to be in sales already.
Sheila couldn't pull that car because remember, it was her, Mike, and Sheila that was supposed to get on the plane.
No. I'm talking about after all of that.
Oh, okay.
When old girl got there with old girl's husband and the other three friends,
Didn't see the friend
done
that
found out that she not there, and then by that night knew that Marcus was cheating.
Mm-hmm.
That listen, if my girls don't drag that heifer into the
Yeah, I see what you're
snow,
saying. Yeah, I see what
y'all
you're
not my girls no more.
Yeah.
By the time I got to that mountain,
Yeah.
I was supposed to hear what happened.
Yeah.
It
For
was
sure.
supposed to be some stories told. I
Right.
was supposed to get there and be like, "What did I just walk into?"
Right.
And they'd be like,
had it been for what's Marcus' wife's name? Trina? No, not Trina.
If
So
it wouldn't
we
have
gotta
been for,
get up
if
on
it
our
wouldn't have
final
been for
thoughts.
Angela,
Yeah.
she'd have never
Right,
found
right.
out.
Yeah, so Mike, what's your final thought?
Oh man! All right, so I mean, this is a good conversation. Of course, I love the movie, but as far as why did you get married? I don't know, because I done been through two, and I'm probably never gonna get married again. I don't even want to say probably. I'm not. So, but as far as the relationships in the movie, I think for me, the one that was, I guess, hit the closest home for me was Terry and Diane.
Okay.
Because I have been in a situation to where it's like I felt like, not saying necessarily that it was, but I felt like the career was more important than the family. And that, and that's just how I felt. Not saying that that's what it was, but I've been in that position before where it's like, well, dang, what about me? But yeah, never doing it again. I love to see other people do it. I'll come play at your wedding. I'll play keys. I'll come play. I'll do whatever. I'll help you celebrate. But I will not be going down the aisle. That's my final word.
Ty?
Yeah. So, for me, I'll never say never, but I'm close to never. Like Mike, I tried at it twice. It didn't work either time, And so, but I'll never say never, but it's not on my calendar or even in my book or anything like that. But I'll say whatever your reasoning is for getting married, write it down. Put it in a book, throw it in a safe. So when those tough times come, you can go back and read why you went to marriage.
You said I could rewatch this episode and be like, Robin, you don't want to be back out in the streets.
Yeah, you can remind yourself why you got in it in the first place. Because when you actually in the thick of an argument, that's the last thing you thinking about, the good times. So
I can't look at my husband and be like, oh, you lucky I don't want to be a hoe no more.
Right. Yep.
You're crazy.
All right. For me, why get married? I think one of the big reasons to get married is just for that covenant. Y'all know that was going to be the first thing I said. My second thing is it's just easier for me, and marriage ain't for everybody, and I understand that. But one of the things that really pisses me off is when you hear broads like, I don't need no man. I don't want no man. I am just happy single. Most of 99.9997% of y'all heifers is lying, and I wish y'all would stop. And I said what I said. Come get me. But for me, I was tired of being single. I didn't want to play that game no more. I was tired of, going to bed lonely. And if I didn't go to bed lonely, I was tired of, waking up to, I don't know your last name. So I would, it was just one of those things where it was like, you know what, this ain't the life I want to live no more. I was ready to settle down, have children. As far as the movie, Why Did I Get Married? Sadly, I have to agree with Ty. Angela and Mike were absolutely the same people, but Angela by far was the best friend, period. And all my girls better be on their Angela if anything was to ever happen cheating wise with my husband. Y'all better be on y'all Angela, but I need to be able to bail y'all out. That's why we keep a stash. Don't tell nobody. Me and my girls keep a bailout bank. we pay dues into our bailout.
So y'all mob.
Now we got to go down here and get Robin out.
Yeah, we pay monthly dues into our bailout fund. Hey, we are efficient if nothing else. We ain't never got to be like, oh, we got to come up with the money. Like, no, we learned a long time ago that the money need to already be there. Okay. But in all seriousness, great movie. A lot of it was not realistic because at the end of the day, there's a lot of situations in that movie that you're not going to get 8 black people in a room and it be that peaceful if all that jump off.
Right.
But all in all, great movie, and I'm glad we were able to dissect it a bit.
For sure.
So listen, again, we got the beer, wine, and beverages.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Taste of Black beers, wines, and beverages.
Going on.
Going on May 28th and 29th at
Mm-hmm.
Yum Village, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. That event is going to be absolute fire. Make sure y'all in the building. Make sure y'all coming to hang out with us. After that, we have the Black Rodeo coming up in June. We'll be letting y'all know about the Black Rodeo in June. It's going down. Of course, JOO, Taste of Black Spirits, Duke and Dame, Salted Caramel Whiskey.
You know the vibes.
The ultimate crew getting together, and we're gonna bring y'all some hotness this summer. It's gonna be at the State Fairgrounds in the first weekend in June.
Absolutely.
So we have the Black Rodeo coming up literally right after the Taste of Black beer, wines, and beverages.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's just gonna be fire on top of fire.
Stay tuned.
We just got a lot going on. It's just gonna stay fire. We thank y'all for kicking it with us today.
Absolutely.
The comments been hilarious. I see that y'all like this movie as much as we do. I don't know if y'all noticed we doing something different. Every other week we will be doing a movie review. Sometimes we're gonna be dissecting the love story, or the lack thereof, or the relationship. Every other week in a movie and tie it into our topic. So make sure y'all let people know, to tune in. Make sure y'all all in the comments, because we know we'll let y'all know the movie we gonna see, especially if we pick something newer. We'll let y'all know in advance the movie we're gonna talk about, so we can all be able to, watch the movie and talk about it together.
Facts.
Yeah.
In agreement.
We good, fellas?
I can't wait till we do like Brothers or something like
or
that.
Or Players Club.
Yeah.
Really?
That was a relationship movie.
Every movie is a relationship.
Well, hey, there you go.
Hit me with them Ronnie quotes.
Right.
Use
Lord,
what you got to. Okay.
Got to use what you got to get what you want. All right, so listen, we thank y'all for kicking it with us tonight. This has been Just Our Opinion, the award-winning Just Our Opinion with Robin.
Put some respect on our name, Mike.
And Ty.
Deuces.
I throw you
Peace.
off.